Welcome to my channel, Surprise Comics. This is Matt coming back at you with another haul. Thanks for watching. I had a lot of new subscribers lately. It's nice to see people coming along, even though I haven't put up as many videos as I used to. This is a haul. I've been picking up books like non-stop. It's been hard for me to make enough videos to keep up with them. I get all these books ready, then I get this really good deal, and I want to show that first. And so this is stuff I picked up about 3-4 weeks ago. I made a little one-night trip up to Las Vegas to just get out of town for a day and to check out the comic scene up in Vegas. And so these are mostly books I picked up on that little trip. A couple months ago, Detroit Madman had a video of a store he went to, so I went and checked that store out, and then just cruised around seeing what the comic scene was there. So we'll go ahead and get to that. The first books I'll show you are some from my personal collection. I got Batman 418. Now this is new background my wife made for me. Last video I showed you another one. It was Marvel. This one's my DC one with the Batman logos. Since I'm a huge Batman fan, it seemed pretty appropriate. So we got Batman number 416, which is the second part of the 10 Nights of the Beast. I picked up the first copy about a month or two ago, and luckily the shop I went to in Vegas had the other ones really cheap, so I got 419 and 420, which finishes that story arc up for me. And now I have all 4 parts of that. This shop also, it was kind of like a chain shop, and it's driving me nuts, I can't remember it, but they had one store that was kind of like an outlet store that they kind of, they sent all their back issues that weren't moving at the store and all their extra stuff. And they had these huge long boxes of variants that didn't sell quickly at their other store. So they just put them there. They marked them down to $5 a piece. And so I just went through and just started picking them up at less than cover price for most of them. And since I was picking up so much, the guy knocked off an extra 20%. So all these variants I'm about to show you, I got for $4 a piece. So I got the all-new Hawkeye number 1 variant. I got myself a DK3 Master Race number 2 variant. Love this kind of simplified version of this. I love the scenes from The Dark Knight Returns that they've been doing on these variants. They're really cool. I got Convergence number 8. This is one of my favorite Convergence covers. Showed a couple of my my video before last. And Convergence was just a confusing, hard to follow storyline. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't really read any of the side events that were going on during that. But man, did they have some awesome covers. This one we have Batman driving the Batmobile. But if you look, these are the Metal Men. We got gold and mercury making the windshield. Iron, tin, are all part of the Batmobile. We even have lead down here as part of the road. So a really cool cover. Another Dark Knight 3 book 1. This was the store's exclusive cover. It was one of the better covers I've seen for this. I like how it really ties in a lot of the mutants. And we have the Joker. And I think this is Two-Face or it's Hush, I'm not sure. Climbing up right there. It's a really well done cover. Really like that one. Got a variant of Howard Duck number 1. It's not the variant that you want to get for Howard Duck number 1, but it's it's the first appearance of Gwenpool. Figured there'd be a little bit of desirability for it. Picked up this really awesome Scotty Young cover for Doctor Strange number 2. A little different than it's still very cartoony, but not like little kidsy version for Scotty Young. I like how it shows, Doctor Strange in action on that instead of just, he's usually standing around. So I'll move these out of the way. Recently upgraded to Mylar for my books. Really like the way it looks. They're really, I bought in bulk. So if you're going to buy Mylar, the way to do it is to get them in bulk straight from E. Gerber. And really it only costs like 5-10 cents more than, or probably about, I think by the time they are paid for is about 5 or 6 cents more per bag and board than it would for a regular poly bag. And that I'd get at my comic store. So, if you like it, also pick up. I got Uncanny Inhumans #1 variant. Really like this Medusa cover. Thought it was really well done. Really love this Doctor Strange with the Midnight Suns on the cover. Thought this was really well done. Looks really cool. I like these 1992 variant covers. I picked up the Scarlet Witch, and these were all $4 each. I got Venom #24. This is a 50th anniversary of Spider-Man variant cover from a few years ago. Secret Wars #9. I wanted to get this cover when it came out, but I just wasn't going to pay what my store was charging for it, and so luckily I didn't, because I got it for $4 a couple weeks later. And it's, you know, definitely not, that book definitely went down pretty quick. Love these design variant covers. So I picked up the one for All New Wolverine. And I also got the one for Amazing Spider-Man. Both those are the #1 issues. All New Avengers #1. Another All New Avengers #1. One is 1 in 25 and one's 1 in 20. So many variants with all this all new Marvel stuff, but a lot of them look really cool. And when you get them for, you know, as they say over on, you know, if you get it for cover price, it's not a speculation. So, Batman Beyond #1. Really cool. I love the Statue of Liberty all Jokerized with the graffiti and stuff on it. And I picked up another copy of Legend of the Geomancer #2 for, you know, $4. So that was that store. Okay, the next books I'm going to show you. A couple months ago, I went to a pawn shop and I picked up some. You know, I picked up the Judas Contract the first appearance of Nightwing from a pawn shop, and I picked up some J. Scott Campbell covers from Spider-Man, really cheap, like for $15 for, like, you know, over $100 worth of books easily. And so I went back to that pawn shop a couple weeks ago to see if they had anything else in there. And it wasn't as good as it was last time, but I did make a couple decent pickups. I was able to pick up a run of The Sentry. And this isn't a book I know a whole lot about. I saw it, I like, well, and I looked it up on my phone. I saw it had a little bit of value to this. I picked up the first 7 copies of this, and I guess it had a little bit of a buzz around it when it came out. You know, it's a $20, $30 book from what I could see. And I picked it up along with a run of New X-Men, about 30 copies of New X-Men. And in that run, the only 2 keys were 128, which is the first appearance of Phantom X, and 129, which goes right along with it. And I'm not sure if this is a cameo, this is the first full appearance, or first and second appearance. I don't know a whole lot about them. I knew they were good books. I've seen them in other people's videos, so I went ahead and picked them up for myself. And I got this plus like 20 other New X-Men books, and this and 7 other The Sentry books for $15, which I thought was a pretty good deal, considering I was paying well under $1 a book at that point. I got, you know, 3 that were, you know, minor keys. So, a couple other local comic shops. This one of my stores in my area posted up on its store's Facebook page that it got a big collection in of like 15 long boxes or whatever on Sunday, right before the Super Bowl started, and I was able to get down there till Tuesday morning, and by the time I got down there, they were down to like, from those 17 boxes down to 7. So they were really picked through. I went ahead and took a look myself, and I just picked these up for $2 a piece out of those boxes. I got Superman Man of Steel #19. It's the 3rd appearance of Doomsday, kind of part of a 3-part story arc that went with that. I got Thor #1 for $2. A couple other books for my Batman run were in there as well. I got it for a couple bucks. And I also got 2 copies of this. This is Ray #0. I think it's the first appearance of Bloodshot, and I got those for $2 a piece. This one's a little yellowed. You know, they're not perfect condition, but they're pretty darn close to it. So that is that shop in town. Just a few more books. I got Back to Vegas. This is another book I picked up at that shop that was selling the variants for $4 a piece. This is a 1 in 50 Ramos variant, the Amazing Spider-Man 1. I got this for $7. It wasn't in the $5 box, but he still gave me a really good deal on it. A different store in Vegas, I picked up Brightest Day number 10. This is the first appearance of Deathstorm, I believe his name is. It's like the evil version of Firestorm. This on the cover is Kal-El, who is the new Aqualad, and his first appearance is in Brightest Day number 4. And this is a really awesome variant cover for that. Get the skeleton Hawkman and Hawkgirl, or Hawkwoman, or whatever they call her. Picked that up for like $6. A really nice shape, so happy to have that. Another book I picked up at that same shop, I picked up Batgirl number 29. This is the Robot Chicken variant month back then. And, you know, lately DC hasn't had a whole lot of variant covers. Most of their variants are 1-in-1s where the shop can order as many as it wants, which is really cool for those who like to collect them and pick up everything, that they can get them, and it usually doesn't cost them anything more than just a regular issue. But it kind of does take the fun out of it for collectors, that people like to chase variants and get valuable books and stuff like that. If you're out hunting, keep in mind, like in the late 20s, early 30 Batgirl variants, they're all like pretty pricey. I think number 28 is like a steampunk Batgirl variant, and it's going for like over $100. There's number 30, I think, or 31 is a Batman 66 variant, which is really valuable as well. So you're looking through those long boxes. Just a tip: if you get to Batgirl, see if you can find some variant covers. I think starting like 33 and 32 and on, most of the variant covers are 1-in-1s, and they don't really have any value. But you know, definitely take a look at it. Maybe look it up. Another couple books I got at that shop. I got Walking Dead 132, which is the first appearance of Alpha and a cameo. Picked that up for $5. And I also got a copy of Walking Dead 138, which is the first full appearance of Alpha. Really good story there too. Another big book I got, it's not one on my list, but this is like, you know, we did our top 10 list, a lot of us, and this wasn't on my top 10 list, but it would have been one of the next few books on. I'm trying to mostly get, this year I'm focusing on getting all the main Copper and Bronze Age keys for Batman. And this is a minor key in the Batman run. This is Batman 361. This is a Canadian price variant, so it's a little more rare than the normal one. And this is the first appearance of Harley V. Bullock, who's, you know, for me, when I read Batman, I love Batman and his heroes and stuff, but some of my favorite characters as I read it, I love Jim Gordon. He's probably, you know, he might even be my favorite character outside of Batman and Jason Todd, definitely. Harvey Bullock's an awesome character. Vicky Vale, just all these side characters. Alfred's just a great character that aren't heroes, but they're usually really well done, really good characters to follow. So I'm super excited to get the first appearance of Harvey Bullock. And the last comic I'm going to show you today, I got this comic a few months ago, and I was able to pick up another copy of it. This is Walking Dead 92. And if you're following Walking Dead, there's a new character that's been introduced on the last couple episodes. Paul Monroe, also known as Jesus. It's funny because I read this book and I kept calling him Jesus. And I guess that comes from living in Arizona. When I see Jesus' name, I always pronounce it Jesus, because all the friends I had growing up that were named Jesus were always called that. So until I saw the show and I saw him call him Jesus, it didn't even occur to me. Even though in the book it does have that joke where he has the beard and the long hair, it just, my mind was programmed. So that character showed up. He's been awesome on the show, just like he is in the book. He's always been one of my favorite characters in the book since he showed up back. And his first cameo was in '91. This is his first full appearance, and it's it's one of those cameo versus full appearance when it comes to Walking Dead. With Jesus, you want number 92, not 91. Well, actually, you want both, but if you get one or the other, 92 is the one that has more value to it. This is a really nice, clean copy. Got a really good deal on it. But that's my video. Thanks for watching. There wasn't any major books, but you know, this one's on its way to becoming a major book for sure. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and had a good time.